Hello, friends and families of Inspired Etunji. I welcome you to another episode today, and we're going to be talking about the law of compounding today. What is the law of compounding? The law of compounding simply means that everything adds up to everything. Everything increases. It's simply in the financial world, we have what we call compounding interest. What this means is that when you save or you do an investment and then you have a 10% interest on it, now you have 10% interest. Let's say you have 10,000 naira and then you add 10,000 to it. You have 10% rather on it, and then so 10% that becomes 11,000 over that period of time. And then compounding interest means that then you now have 10% on 11%. So that comes to 1,100. So you have 12,300, So it keeps going, it keeps increasing, it keeps compounding. That's just the word. It keeps compounding like that. So for instance, if you have an investment on a 10% revolving monthly, at the end of the year, for instance, you would have had more than 10% because you've added this, it keeps growing, it keeps increasing, and then the other one, you now have the interest on that one. That's what compounding interest means. Now, talking about the law of compounding, it simply means everything that we do in life, positive or negative, compounds over time and then become who we are, become or gives us what we have, ultimately. And this is very simple. Now, if we say everything compounds, and I'm sure you yourself would have started thinking about it, everything we do, it means that everything that we do daily compounds to become what we have at the end of the year, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, and of course, with our life. So everything compounds. And that is why we need to be extra careful what we do, because every single thing is a seed. The way you spend your time, the way you utilize your time is the seed that you are sowing. Because where you are today or where I am today is not as a result of what I'm doing right now. It's as a result of what I've done last year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. All that compound to give me what I am today. Now, where I'm going to be in 5 years' time is as a result of what I'm doing today. For instance, I cannot be sleeping. I cannot say, so let's say for instance, and then I'll relate this to our ambition discussion, which has been the focus of what we've been talking about, generally. I have a goal that I want to become a lawyer. And then what do I do with my time? I sleep, I party, I go about gallivanting and all of that. I have all my waking day, I sleep, I go to parties, and then the rest of the time, of course, I sleep, I watch YouTube, and then watch movies with the remaining time on Netflix and all of that. Without telling yourself, without anybody telling you, without any prophet telling you anything, what do you think will happen to my dream, to my goal, to my ambition of becoming a lawyer? Well, I don't know the kind of lawyer then that I will be. Maybe the kind of lawyer that some of these skit makers and comedians that we have around in Nigeria that they present. Maybe that's the kind of lawyer that I will then become if that is how I spend my time. But look at the other part of it. Yes, I want to become a lawyer, and then I have daily plan for myself of how I spend my time. Because let me tell you this, and don't ever forget this. In life, we have two currencies that we trade with: time and money. One of them is easy, which is money. It's easy to get money. But what we do is that at the beginning, when we're starting out, we trade our time to give us money. And then at the end of the day, by the time we now have the money, we now trade the money to give us more time. That will tell you what I'm actually driving at. Time is a limited resource. You can never have more of time. No matter how much you try, you cannot increase your 24 hours. And in fact, there's actually nobody that can even work for 24 hours consistently and continuously. So in reality, we don't really have 24 hours, because in that 24 hours, you have to take a break. Now, so if you remember that your trading tool is that time that you have, that 24 hours that you supposedly have in a day, then you're going to be mindful how you spend it. You're going to be mindful what you do with it. Because what you do with it will compound over time to ultimately get to you and give to you and make you who you become. We talk about the Tony Elumelu of this world today. What do you think they do with their time? We talk about the Aliko Dangote. What do you think they do with his time? We talk about Mark Zuckerberg. We talk about Elon Musk. We talk about Jeff Bezos. What do you think they do with their time? I don't know how many of us have ever stopped to ask this question. That these guys with what they have will read, sometimes they'll say, oh, Elon Musk or this one had made 25 in 24 hours. He had made 24 billion added to his net worth. Have you asked yourself, do these people have more time than you have? In reality, we all have the same time, the same 24 hours. What they utilize is the power of compounding, because they decide to say, what I'm going to do with my time, I'm not going to waste my time. And believe me, and I think this is essentially an African thing, we do waste a lot of time. We waste time a lot. People bring irrelevancies to you. People talk about things that do not matter. And we are even more in what I call a very endangered generation because of the allure of social media. Everything around you is destructive. Believe me, the social media algorithm is made in a way that you can never find the end of it. You can never be or see the end of it. As you are checking, you just want to check something. As you're checking this one, is leading you to the next, is leading you to the next. And before you know, by the time you do your time check, you spend hours on end. And remember, this time that you have spent will compound. And that's the reason why a lot of us are not able to be where we want to be. Why a lot of us are not able to achieve what we want to achieve. Why we're not able to follow through on our ambition. That is why it is important. I said earlier that goals or ambitions that are not written down is merely a wish or merely wishes. Now you must give flesh to your ambition by having them written down, by having them ingrained in your mind. And then it's not enough for you to now write them down. Let's say you have a monthly goal and say at the end of this month, I want to lose 5 kg, for instance. That's your ambition. That's your thing, because you look at it that this will help me to get to what I want to be, what I want to do in life. I need to be at this certain level of fitness, of physical fitness. Then I need to lose 5 kg in 30 days. Believe me, it is not on the 30th day that you're just going to wake up and find yourself that you have lost that 5 kg. You're not going to wake up on the 25th day and find yourself that you have lost 5 kg. It doesn't happen that way. So what you need to do is to now say 5 kg. I have 30 days in a week, in a month. What do? Then break it down and say, every day I want to lose, I want to achieve this much. And then if you want to achieve that much, how did that come in? It comes in the form of the exercise that you do. It comes in the form of the calories that you take daily. By the time you look at it and say, oh, daily, I want to lose so much calories. Daily, I want to lose this much. I want to do this much exercise. You find out and you say everything when the digital world. Now, all of us have phones that can actually monitor your calorie intake, your calorie losses, and all of that, and all this exercise. So you find out that you have to break it down into daily goals and then weekly goals before you can be able to achieve what you call your monthly goal. So my question to you is this: what are you doing daily? What are you doing weekly? What are you doing monthly in the pursuit of your ambitions? Because you must have this plan, this daily plan. And believe me, I don't know how many of you do this. There's a principle that I brought out for myself. There's something that I do for myself to make me effective daily, which is what I call the 111. What does 111 means? It means that I gave myself a rule that daily I must use or utilize 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, and 1 hour in the night, at least. That's breaking the day into 8, 8, 3. That's 24. You have your 24. So it means that in this 8-hour cycle, I must utilize at least 1 hour to do something in the pursuit of my goals, ambition, and dreams. Someone said that if you read or if you dedicate, I think, 13 minutes daily to do something daily towards your dream, towards your desire, or towards any field that you want to develop proficiency in, that in about 5 or 10 years, you're going to be among the top 1% in that field. 13 minutes daily. 13 minutes daily. Define your own time. Define your own scope. Yours might not even be 13 minutes. It can be 5 minutes. So for me, what I do is not like, okay, that 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, 1 hour in the night. It's not as if I use it to do everything. I divide it. Okay, 30 minutes of the 1 hour, I must listen to this podcast. 30 minutes of these, I must listen to an audio book. Or in this other one, 10 minutes out of this 1 hour, I must do my quiet, silent time. Believe me, one of the hardest things for us to do in this time and age is to stay quiet. Believe me, to stay quiet, because we are so much in the midst of noise. We are so much in the midst of sound. There's sound and so much chaos, so much all around us happening. The world is on fire 24/7. Stay quiet. Try to stay quiet for 5 minutes. Being quiet means not doing anything. Just being quiet. Quiet your mind. Quiet yourself within. And you find out how hard it is. Because the distractions are so much around us. And we've been so used to the distraction. So I'll say, okay, in this 1 hour, 10 minutes will be for this. 10 minutes will be, this social time will be for meditation. This time will be for writing and all of that. That's how to do it. You must create a plan for yourself. And this plan must be daily, because everything compounds. Remember, how you spend your time is what will have how you're going to spend your life. And what you are doing with your time today is actually a determinant. Somebody can look at you if I tell you what you do in your typical 1 week, I can easily tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. It's simple. It's not course. It's not magic. It's simple, because everything in life compounds, good or bad. How you spend your time today is how your future will turn out tomorrow. And I tell people, especially the youth, because I know that we'll have a lot of youth on this channel that listen to us. You are so advantageous. You had so much advantage, which is time, which is age on your side. Utilize it. Make the best of it. Plan and be what you want to be, because nothing stops you from being whoever you want to be. Thank you so much. We'll take it from there. And like I said, any question you have, drop it in the comments. We're going to address it together. We're going to look at it. And I'm always here to talk to you.